to send a little goodie in our group chat though.
I love those.
GCG.
It's mostly for the comic book people in the group, but I'm processing paperwork from Sunsoft from the early 90s. And,
boy.
How much Batman?
I want you to see how much they thought about extending their sort of DC universe.
For our discussion last week, you were obviously aware that Sunsoft is interested in Plastic Man. Yes! This letter is an attempt to begin negotiating for all rights concerning Plastic Man.
Now go to the other letter. Go to the one next to it, though.
Catwoman, Ragman, Sandman.
Ragman?
Ragman by Sunsoft.
They were going to make a Ragman game?
They wanted
Oh my God!
I can actually see that being a real Sega Genesis ass game.
There was a Sergeant Rock game for the Game Boy Color.
So at the time, Plastic Man and Sergeant Rock and probably Sandman and Catwoman at least were proposed movies.
Yes.
I don't know that Ragman was, but I would think that Ragman was also.
Yeah, this is a year after 92, so it's a year after that Ragman comic.
Yeah, that Ragman comic had just wrapped up. Oh man.
None of this was signed, but they were expressing interest.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Okay, so this is 92. When did Batman Returns come out? Who would have been
92.
that Catwoman?
92.
Oh, okay. That would have been Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah. Wow.
It would have been a 4-pixel face that
Talk about early FMV.
Feline motion video.
Nice.
Oh, damn it.
All right, podcast over. Good work, everybody. You don't reject me. This is episode 431 of Insert Credit, a podcast where the only thing we talk about is video games, and the only way we do it is succinctly under penalty of a radical buzzer. I'm Alex Jaffe, but my Mega Man X Maverick name is Inquisitive Pigeon.
I'm Frank Cifaldi. Hi. I don't know what Mega Man X Maverick is, but so Inquisitive Pigeon was your song?
Like all the guys are like Spark Mandrill or like Laser Octopus. Can I be a thing you are and an animal you are?
Can I be Sloppy Lobster?
You absolutely can be Sloppy Lobster.
Sloppy Lobster.
Yeah.
Lobster.
You're very funny, Jaffe. I think you can mind read because for some reason I have been thinking about not my Mega Man X, whatever it was name, but my Jaeger name, which are similar. So I had this one ready to go. I'm Ash Parrish, and my Mega Man whatever Maverick name is Dagger Nebula.
That's pretty good, but a nebula is not an animal, so I'm afraid you're disqualified. We go on to Brandon.
Okay, my name is Brandon Sheffield. My Mega Man thingy name is Teeth-Bearing Chihuahua.
I will say that if you want, you could also, for some reason, name yourself after one of the band members of Guns N' Roses. One of the Mega Man X games did that instead of animals.
I also think your name needs workshopping, and it's probably more like Toothy Dog.
Toothy Dog.
Toothy
Frank
Coyote.
Taking an early lead on this one.
Snarling Coyote. No, that's too tough.
Yeah.
No.
That's not right for me.
That's like leather jacket without sleeves. It's not you.
Yeah. You got to be honest with yourself about who you are.
It's true.
But maybe we will come to get a better understanding of ourselves through the lens of talking about video games.
Sounds right.
It's time for us to do that thing I've been putting off of discussing the news. Since we last spoke about modern video games, Microsoft Gaming has a new CEO from the AI sector, and the PlayStation is going back to first-party exclusive games. What does the landscape of traditional console gaming look like now and in the near future?
So I wanted to, this is a slight, not 100% a tangent, but it's in the zone of all this stuff. Because the CEO of that Build a Rocket Boy company just laid off a bunch of people, and in his layoff note was blaming a conspiracy of YouTubers against his video game succeeding, and that's why it didn't do well. And this is after he put monitoring software on his employees' computers.
Wow.
He's like, there's corporate espionage going on, so I'm going to spy on you. To me, all of this stuff is kind of wrapped up in a lack of understanding of what is happening in the game industry right now across the board, I feel like
I would also add that combined with random whims of CEOs.
Oh yes, and random whims. It's true.
That like the power structure is very strange right now.
Yeah, but so like I feel quite strongly that the video game industry has changed, and it is not going to change back. And there are a lot of people waiting for it to go back to how it was. We had some boom years where there was free money from loans that publishers were taking. They had no interest loans. Then those stopped, but we had the pandemic during which there was a boom of purchasing video games because people were stuck at home. And both of those things, people were like, this is just going to keep going. We're going to keep going up. But both of those things stopped kind of around the same time and caused a lot of problems and caused a lot of big large-ish studios to fail. And like we look at Highguard, for example, and people are talking about how it failed because of various reasons, and there were a lot of reasons, but one of the ones that I think is under discussed is that game launched with 100 people on staff. You were essentially doing a dice roll that you were going to be one of the 3 games that can sustain that in a live service capacity.
And that success is immediate also.
Yeah, and that success would have to be immediate.
They had
and if
no
it's
runway,
not,
nothing,
then
no planning.
You can't. And so like Overwatch was a 20-person team at launch. So like you can't replicate that with 100 people. Like you have to scale up with the success of the game. You can't start at the success prepared zone unless you're guaranteed success, which you aren't anymore. So I think that the industry is fractured in 3 ways. And the people who have had prior success and are waiting for a return to the old ways, those are the people that are struggling the most right now, especially like CEO brains, because they're like, this worked for me before. Why is it not working now? So yeah, you've got funding, like multiple publishers I've spoken to are talking about like getting multiple funding sources for one game at this point because budgets have shrank. Then you have teams fractured in that the 100 dudes in a studio is just not really a sustainable thing anymore. You've got mostly smaller teams, smaller to medium teams that have a bunch of contractors and external developers. So people look at Claire Obscure and they're like, that's the model that's successful going forward. But they don't realize that Claire Obscure isn't a 30-person team. It's a 30-person plus a bunch of contractors team. It's a much larger team. They just distributed it in an intelligent way. And that's kind of probably where bigger budget games are going to go. And then lastly, there's the audiences being fractured because we've completely lost the monoculture, the idea of monoculture, and there being one place to attract or talk to game developers, where now they're just on whatever platform they're on. You know, there isn't even one Twitter anymore. There's 2 Twitters. There's Blue Sky and Twitter, and there's also Threads. I saw a dude on the plane. He was just browsing Threads the whole time.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
yeah,
I
people
just
actually
saw
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
You
just.
exist?
He was just
I thought it was just Ellen.
that guy, by the way, was desperate, absolutely desperate to apply for the airline credit card for Frontier Airlines that they spent like 10 minutes talking about.
See, that's why you have to be nice to everybody because you have no idea what battles they're fighting.
It's true.
Right.
It's true. So with all that, there are companies that understand that things have changed, and there are companies that do not. And the ones that do understand it are going to do better, and the ones that don't are going to have a serious problem. And I think Microsoft is an example of a company that's going to have a serious problem.
I think Nintendo is going to be the one who's like, oh, we kind of got that. Yeah, sewn up.
Yeah,
yep, we're good.
Like Nintendo operates at profit. They're profitable, and they focus on cultivating their own audience, and they are very targeted in that, and they are smart, and they also try things, but they try things within the scope of what makes sense for them most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they take some swings that do not land, but most of the time they know what they're doing and they put the money behind it to make it happen.
Well, and they only take swings when there's a ton of cash on hand as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
they save money. And
They just put out a Pokemon Animal Crossing that's doing very well. You know, They don't always take big risks, but they know what people want. They know a thing they know a thing that'll generate a bunch of money.
And they keep their people. They have expertise.
Yes,
the reason why everybody
Yes.
fucking sucks is because half the knowledge base has exited the fucking industry. You don't get that with
Nintendo doesn't have that brain drain.
They don't. And that's why they fucking keep hitting. I will never forget just going to GDC and, listening to a Nintendo postmortem on Tears of the Kingdom and hearing about how the guy who's engineering all the brilliant sounds in Tears of the Kingdom got started working on fucking Spirit tracks, okay? Like, nobody does that shit anymore. Nobody retains their people anymore. They just don't. Or they don't treat them like human beings such that they decide to leave and start their own companies, which eventually fail too. Like, I don't know what you expect out of a video game industry that keeps doing what it does. Like, you can't keep doing the same shit and hoping to get different outcomes. And for some reason, the Western video game, or at least the American video game industry, keeps doing the same shit. Not as a monolith, but you know what I mean.
Well, I think part of it is the investors are usually like several steps behind what's actually happening. In this case, the idea of a guy who was big working on GTA as a producer or whatever could build a team that is worth a lot of $1 million. That idea persists currently still. And maybe in another couple rounds, they're going to realize, oh, that's not actually what's happening anymore.
Those are the real imposters. Like, you don't have imposter.
Yeah.
You single dev working on your little fun game. That's not imposter syndrome. It's them motherfuckers up there. Those are the imposters. They don't know shit. They know shit, but they don't know shit.
But yeah, that's like that's where you get to a CEO being like, it must be sabotage, the reason that my game didn't do well. It couldn't be some management decisions that I made because I've been successful before. Everyone else.
It's the gamers who are wrong.
I'm sure it's way more complicated than that, but like that, the Sony thing just feels like a panic move, or like, I think it was Matt Piscatella on Blue Sky that was saying something that resonated with how I was feeling, which is like, this just seems like something that's like an immediate move to hit like a specific target, right? As opposed to like a long-term strategy.
Nobody has that shit anymore.
They had to like increase their like, profit per unit or something. And it's like, well, then we can't give money to Steam. So I guess we'll, you know what I mean? It just seemed like something very stupid and short-sighted like that. But that's what business is, from what I understand. And
that's how it works fucking now.
All right.
So I guess I'm not going to play Wolverine. That's what's happening.
Here's our next question. When in a video game do you want to play as a version of yourself? And when would you prefer to play as a character with their own personality?
That's entirely what you give me. If you can give me strong narrative, then yeah, I'm willing to go along with you. But if that's not something you can do, then let me make my own shit. To answer the question more seriously, if it's personal choice, then I would rather play, like, if it's a personal choice game, I would rather play like myself. If it doesn't have anything like that, then give me somebody else. That's not a hard and fast rule for everything, but that's usually how it breaks down.
You don't want to be you in a platformer. You want to be a weird guy in a platformer.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not that good at jumping.
No, you're not.
But what if you're
not supposed to be able to.
Oh yeah,
Ash is really harsh on my jumping. Did you hear that? She's like, no, you're
seen
not.
Frank jump?
Is that because of that movie that are you referencing the film starring Woody Harrelson?
Yes, I'm talking about that movie.
Okay, White Man Can't Jump.
Yes.
That movie's okay. It's okay.
How's the Jaguar game based on the movie?
Yeah, it has a Jaguar game. The Jaguar game has some neat stuff going on. I want to play as a weird guy most of the time. I'm fine with playing myself if it's like one of those voiceless protagonist type things. But it's basically the same thing Ash said. I guess if I got to make choices, then I'll be me. But otherwise, I would say 95% of the time, I would prefer to be some kind of weird character that somebody gave me. That's more interesting.
I think the voiceless part is important to me, like, because, if it's just a voice, like if I'm playing a Zelda game or something, I'm like, I guess that's me, right? But if I'm playing an RPG where, things like dialogue options and stuff change based on stats and things like that, I'm not playing as me. I'm creating a character and playing as that character. There's no situation where I'm not gonna be like, well, I wouldn't say any of these things being me, So that part's a really important distinction for me.
For the panel. In games that let you create your character, do you create something that looks like you? Do you hit random, or
Never.
do you get? What do you do?
I hit random. I actually do. Yeah, but usually like lady and then random.
Whatever the default choice is, that's what I do. And if there's no default choice, I get upset.
So I used to make Elena, as we've talked about, which I didn't fully realize until my partner told me that I just kept making Elena. But lately I have, most of these characters, they just get covered up with armor anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so it's
That's where I got it,
I guess I don't care anymore. And so now
Like, it is pretty funny how they make you design a guy for like a Dark Souls and then you never look at them.
you never see it. So since it's not that fun for me to create characters, I have also started doing default, but I'll usually a lady, and then I'll choose if there's a dark elf, I'll be a dark elf.
Mhm.
If there's not a dark elf, then I'll be a human. That's pretty much it.
It's very funny because any game I try to make myself, because I typically don't have that option in other games. So if I can be a black person in this game and I have to do a character creator to do it, then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make me. So I had a feeling that you guys were going to be like, I don't care.
If I have the option to make like a golem or a robot or anything like sexless and non-physical, that's what I go with.
Nice.
That's interesting.
I used to make the ugliest character possible.
Yeah, you have to if you're playing with a character creator. It's the first thing I do. But to Ash's point, I think I'm just not interested in being me because like I'm basically Nathan Drake, and Nathan Drake is the star of most games, and so like it's just not interesting to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you say you're Nathan Drake?
You mean
it's called body dysmorphia, but good. It's a rare disease.
Right. I have a really high perception of myself.
No, face and body wise, he's not very far. He's a white male protagonist, basically.
Right.
Okay,
is what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
No, I legitimately like. Do you think of
I'm
yourself
a white
as like
guy
this?
with brown hair.
No, like a
and some
swashbuckling
stubble.
adventurer. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
You're like, a pirate in your head. I didn't think of like, generic.
Yeah, Frank likes to play as his head pirate.
Yeah.
That does sound fun. Maybe I should do that.
Shoot out of your head cannon.
Hey! We'll be right back. No, that's time. If you had to lock in video game aesthetics forever at a certain point in history, would that point be right now, or would you dial it back earlier?
Why do I have to do it? Who's making me?
I'm making you. I'm saying we're not making new video game graphics anymore. We can either freeze them at today or retroactively freeze them at earlier.
I'm going to retroactively freeze them at Final Fantasy 12.
Interesting.
All
That's
right.
a very interesting opinion. Why Final Fantasy 12?
Oh,
Why
fine. You can have
PS2?
Final Fantasy 13. Fine. Because, yes, we've had improvements since then, but not materially to me. The things you can do with the PS5 controller with the sound and all that shit and the adaptive triggers is great, but that's just
not
window
graphics
dressing.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But, technology, hardware, that kind of shit. But graphically, like PS3 and, I don't really need more than that. Like, I'm good. Like, you had that one moment where they pull apart the bread in, what was that game? What was that game that everybody was freaking out where you could pull apart bread and it was like really
I remember the bread. But I don't remember
Was
Was it a
this
Yakuza?
Monster Hunter?
It was a Yakuza cutscene.
Okay.
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
right.
Thank you, Esper.
Oh, it was a cutscene? Well,
Yeah. Like, that's cool, but that's a brief pop of like, oh, that's novel. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. Graphics has never mattered to me as a gamer anyway, so I'm not the best person to ask, but I think Final Fantasy 12 on the PS2, like that whole aesthetic, that whole vibe was perfect. And I don't think I need anything beyond that.
I don't really know why you wouldn't just allow current graphics though. Like it's not.
So I was trying to think of why would
The
I?
question is, have
because
graphics gotten worse after a certain point, I suppose?
No.
Well,
No.
they haven't.
No, I don't
They
think so.
definitely haven't. But
Every graphic style of all time is currently
available
on
up
the
till
Steam
now.
store.
yeah,
That's
Right
true.
now.
So Frank, the reason I was the way I was trying to reason it is, could we avoid a certain kind of person
Ooh.
obsessing about video games if we stop it at a certain point.
Yeah, could we stop it somewhere the minute before vagina bones? I feel like would save people a lot of trouble.
Well, that was anime, so that fight's
that was
already
gonna
lost.
exist. We could stop the people who are upset when you like slide down the side of a mountain and all the rocks don't individually move with their own physics and stuff.
Oh, they would be upset no matter what. They would expect
you can't
that
appease
from
those folk.
PS2.
Well, I think it would, if it was impossible. I don't know if they would exist in that way if everyone knew it wasn't possible. They know it's possible because they've seen tech demos that show that it happens.
I'd rather just play games that look pretty than appease those guys, though. I'm gonna stick with like whatever's available to me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to appease them. That's for sure. It's the opposite. But
trying to stop them, kill them in the
I
cradle.
do line doesn't affect me.
I do think there's no reason to no real reason. I was trying to invent a reason to stop it earlier, but I don't think there's a reason.
I get where you're going, but it's it's the classic problem of there's 3 loud men on the internet and 999,000 that are fine with what we're doing, and we're gonna focus on the 3 that are loud.
Well, 3 loud men and 5,000 robots.
Yeah. Maybe more.
That was a sitcom, I believe.
Yeah. It's not very good.
Yeah.
No.
That never got past pilot, but yeah.
3 men in a
Ryan
bot
Reynolds
farm
was in that one. Like pre-Van Wilder.
I don't think graphics they aren't improving dramatically anymore, which is cool. So in a way, maybe we've already done that. Maybe we've already frozen them in time.
Well, there ain't no new hardware ever again.
No.
Yeah, it's too prohibitively expensive to make the stuff that will make graphics better.
Yeah, there's going to be a PlayStation 6, but only 5 or 6 people are going to be able to buy it.
It's called the PlayStation 6 because there are 6 of them.
Yeah.
It's going to cost $5 million.
$6,000 a piece.
Yeah.
Well,
$5,099 US dollars.
I'm really happy with things like current draw distance, which I would not be pleased about if we were stuck in PS2 era. And things loading kind of quick.
I like the quick
I guess that's not aesthetic. That's just SSD.
I like the aesthetic. We can just go back to the aesthetic. Make more games like that now.
Right. That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Not everything has to be Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, but there's tons of stuff that looks like that, right? You're like a NextFest person. You know that.
I'm not as NextFest person as I would like to be. And I think hopefully that will change over, the coming
Are there any
months.
games that you look at and think, I wish more games looked like that?
Oh, yeah. Totally. Street Fighter 3.
I can't think of anything
It's not going to
specific.
happen.
Right. I mean, that's where my mind always goes to 32-bit sprites. That's where I live.
I mean, I'd love some side-scrolling action game with all the animation frames of Street Fighter 3. That's
I mean, is that not stuff like the Scott Pilgrim game that just came out?
Yeah, that's true.
No, it doesn't have that many frames.
Oh, okay. I've only seen it in stills because I have zero interest in Scott Pilgrim. Just put that on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want everyone to know that.
I think, I think that Final Fantasy 12 is actually maybe one of the harder styles to do now because it's so much art, so many art assets.
Yeah.
Like in terms of computing power, it's easy. But in terms of having the number of people to make that stuff and the amount of time and budget it would cost, I think you may never see something that looks like that again.
We've gotten to the point that an indie studio could credibly make a PS1 looking game, but to make a PS2 looking game is
we don't have the technology yet.
Yeah.
We don't have the technology anymore to make PS2 games.
We've lost the recipe for ice.
No, we could totally make PS2 looking games. It's just that not on the scale and level of lavishness of a Square Enix game.
Right.
There's just it would require 100 people.
All right, that's fine.
As we discussed, that's not happening.
I would like for this next topic for you to give me your best theory on what the end game was for the Cookies Bustle's patent troll. What were they really up to?
Everyone's up to date with the story. We're good.
Yeah, but we should give a.
We
Frank,
should
you want to give
recap
a little,
for the people.
Frank, you want to recap?
Someone
it?
else, I don't know. Whoever wants to.
Sure. I'm not the one at the VGHF who dealt with literally any of this, but and also that pleases me. Things just happen without me, and that's like the best thing. But Cookies Bustle is a point and click adventure game for the PC that was developed in Japan, and
we call those Pac-Man 2 likes.
Yes, and it has something of a cult following. There have been takedown requests coming from a legal entity for anything related to this game, and it's clearly like automated takedown requests that it's violating copyrights for the game, and including things that are, well, most of them are extremely fair use. I wrote an article about this game. I did a YouTube video where I played the game live. I mean, we got a takedown for a page linking to a page about Cookies Bustle, saying that was a violation. So it was just that level of automated copyright enforcement that was going way overboard. And we don't know the person who is making these claims. His name's apparently Brandon White. That is the name on record. We don't know anything about this person. He has no online presence. He's never stated anything publicly. He's only spoken through copyright strike, basically. But if this person owns this game in any way, they have not been able to substantiate that. And meaning we with our lawyer, fought our takedown requests, saying we need you to produce evidence that this person actually owns this thing. We don't think they're acting in good faith, and they were unable or unwilling to demonstrate that they actually own this game. And so, I mean, I think that catches everyone up, other than the organization that they had registered with that was doing automated takedowns has said that they will no longer be issuing takedowns for Cookies Bustle. And then they did.
Yeah,
they continued
a mysterious weirdo has
ongoing.
been attacking everyone who even mentions this game in public.
Yeah.
And
so
I would like to ask you, to what end were they doing this? What was their goal?
I think I have my headcanon.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
I go
shit.
first,
I had
Ash?
mine too.
Okay, I want Ash's first because I've been speaking already.
Okay.
No, okay, so my headcanon is this is a Mr. Boop situation, and they think they're married to Cookies Bustle, and they're like, you are talking about my wife.
No one else can talk about my wife, Cookie.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
that's my
That's a
comfort
good one,
character.
actually.
Can you
That's
please
really
take
good.
this down? This is some old
I hadn't
school
thought of
LJ Tumblr shit. Yeah, that's all there is. Okay, Frank, go
I
ahead.
think this is a weird fan.
Okay.
I have experienced in my life many people, most of them European for some. I don't know if this guy is. That seem to want to take Japanese video game culture things and say this is mine, or move to Japan to work in video games because they feel some cultural ownership over Japanese games. And I see that with people who buy, well, this is maybe this exact situation, who buy extremely rare Japanese games and then find some weird justification to keep them to themselves. I think this is someone who maybe purchased the game at some point and just wants to feel like they own it, but I have no idea past that. I think it's just a strange person.
We're kind of giving the same answers, Frank, honestly.
Yeah, I guess that's
mine
true.
was the joke,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no, I can see that. No, this is mine through whatever justifications they've made. Yeah.
It is the same answer. You're right.
Yeah.
There's some indication that maybe they have source code or something.
They have shown a render of the character and a source snippet or something.
Yeah.
But
so it's possible that they bought some assets and are thinking that means I own this now.
It's also possible they made those assets. And
Yeah,
they're
totally.
I'm doing a remake. It's my game.
Here's my theory I came up with just now. Brandon White did not work on this game, but he does know someone who did work on the game.
Maybe.
And while they were doing that, they took a bunch of nudes of him and hid them in the code of the game. And he's very embarrassed about it. So he's trying to hoard every mention and every copy of this game for himself so no one else can see him naked.
I don't think it's that.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cookies Bustle, is there any relation to the Japanese mascot Cheeton? Because they look like they could
They
be
do
kin.
look similar.
No, Cheeton is an otter, and
that's an otter?
that's an otter. Yeah, an otter fairy, but yes.
And Cookie's a bear from New Jersey.
Cookie's a
Right.
bear from New Jersey.
Wait, she's from New Jersey?
She's from New Jersey. She's wonderful. Yeah.
Till you all said this stuff about how it's his wife, which I think is more plausible. I was thinking that this person was just being annoying and thought it was funny because
they would be paying £60 a month to.
It's not very
troll.
much money to be annoying.
Yeah, I guess
it's really cheap. Like if you, and also this game resonates with like queer folks and a lot of like certain types of weirdos that certain other types of worse weirdos would like to bother. So
it might be some 4chan guy.
I was feeling like it was a 4chan guy until you talked about the wife thing. It could be a 4chan guy who has the wife thing going on. It could be.
That Venn diagram is very, very circular.
No, I'm totally on board with this being Mr. Bustle.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, we've cracked it.
Wait, would I like Cookies Bustle?
I barely looked at the game.
The last time you tried a point and click game, you wanted Frank tried at The Hague. So
but
I
changed my mind.
You did.
I think you would like watching videos of it.
Yeah.
I don't know that
I
you
think
need
this
to
is
play
a
it.
Mr. Bones situation.
Yeah. You want to watch someone stream this at 3 a.m. at AGDQ.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do we want to play Cookies Bustle?
Ooh, you got credits.
There is an English language patch. I'm down.
Yeah, I'll play Cookies Bustle. I've never
you want to
done
spend 4 credits to make us play Cookies Bustle?
I just like the idea that all the games we play are super fucked up and weird and not normal, and I want to keep that going.
It does absolutely fit in the mold of what we've played so far, yes.
Yeah.
Brandon and I have infinite lists like that.
Right.
I don't. So, this is like my chance to be like, this is a weird game that you guys haven't played.
Why don't we take a break? You'll think about it. And we'll come back and do the second half of the show. And then at the end of the show, you can make your decision on whether you want to make us play Cookies Bustle this month.
Okay. I'm into it.
All right. We'll be right back after a quick break.
We're going to make a parody called Cookies Butthole.
Whoa!
Nice.
Whoa!
Weird Al Yankovic,
Frank
is that
must
you?
Get a job with Comedy Central.
Is there room somewhere to talk about the weird experience I had trying to look at NextFest for the first time?
Oh,
Please.
yeah. Let's do that. Welcome back to Insert Credit. We're going to delay the question hole a little bit because Frank had a weird experience that he'd like to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay. So I mentioned NextFest earlier. I think I called Ash a NextFest person, which is a weird thing to say to someone. It's a really strange way to describe a person.
Quest.
But I tried to check it out for the first time ever this year.
They got some video games on there.
They do. So I went to Steam, and as I've probably discussed on like a Game of the Year episode or something, my way of finding games lately is a combination of just Steam like new recommended list and also howlongtobeat.com filters.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Steam, I went to the storefront, I was willing to channel surf and check things out, and the very top thing, the thing they're pushing me toward, is NextFest going on now. Steam NextFest, like that's the thing we want you to look at, right? As a store. So I said okay, and I'm down. I've heard good things. Like Ash seems to enjoy when NextFest happens, being a NextFest person and all. So I.
For the record, I don't think I've ever spoken about Netflix. Exactly. I know it so much I can't even fucking say the name.
So I clicked, and it was this endless feed of AI slop.
Oh,
it
no.
was just nonstop slop. And I was like, these are the new games that you want me to look at. This is insane. Like, and it was just like genuinely, like I felt like physically ill trying to look at games and see if any of them looked appealing to me. Because I just kept going, I don't know, maybe this one, maybe I'm just not seeing it. It would just be like, just these nothing game. And so I was like, I don't know, maybe I need to like filter or something. And I looked at the filter and it's like total number of demos, 3,400 something demos currently on NextFest. And that's English language filter.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. At the bottom of like, if you load like 100 games, like at the bottom of the thing, it says something like, first couple days are random. in terms of what we show you, and then check back Wednesday, where we'll have curated in some way. It was Wednesday morning when I was looking at this. So they didn't specify a time on Wednesday. So as far as I could tell, like, this was what Steam was guiding me to.
Oof.
They had gone through the free labor of showing it to people. Now, I did go maybe later today, it'll be different, and it was. And so after they've taken all the free labor from people to do the automated curating, the list actually got very interesting, and I found a bunch of great stuff, right? But that weird experience of going before that happens, I understand that there's some level of like early access for people who really, really want to go digging, right? And I also understand that there's a lot of complications with Steam not wanting to become curators themselves again, for example, right? Like, I'm sure it's very complicated, I'm sure, to like make this presence look, good to consumers. But what I can't get over is that they led me to this, right? Like, I went to Steam, I went to the store, right? And they pushed me toward this really horrible experience that I mean, I genuinely like felt ill, like trying to look at games. Like, it made me just feel really bad. And I don't know what the solution is, other than like, maybe they should surface higher the fact that we're in like early access preview mode or something. But it's just still very strange to me that was an experience that they wanted me to have.
Previous guest Jenna Stieber had a great video out earlier this year where she just looked at every game that came out the first week of January in 2026. And it was just a very fascinating look at where video games as a whole are right now, and how much of it is that kind of stomach churning AI nonsense. How much of it falls into like Jenna's
video for sure. Yeah.
I was interested in this because I saw people talking about it, including Jenna, and I went and looked, and all the recommendations for me were fine, but I did not know about the time.
Yeah, you went after Wednesday,
so I must have gone after Wednesday, and it was fine. It's disconcerting, and they're gonna have to do something about it if they want to have a going platform, I think. Although, on the other hand, since they really only need the top 10 games for them to be $1 billion company, maybe they don't need to do anything about it.
I don't know why they would need to do that. Why they need to change anything for their purposes.
I mean, really matter.
I theoretically, I could have been a customer who doesn't buy games very often, and went and checked in and went, oh my God, I don't understand video games anymore. That's actually kind of how I felt and I think I posted on Blue Sky something like, it made me feel like I was about 800 years old, where like I'm just like looking, and I was like, I don't understand any of this or why anyone would play any of this. And the answer is that no one does, because I went on slop day. So I don't.
Steam has all the money and resources in the world to operate like probably a bad example because they're just as bad as this. But the Apple iPhone store, or maybe not even Apple iPhone store, but Apple Plus, the subscription game store specifically, which is I don't care about the service, whether it's good or not or whatever, but it's extraordinarily curated within an inch of its life. And there's a level of quality there that, because, it has been so beaten into the exact shape that Apple wants it to be. Steam could do that at any fucking time it wanted to. Steam could have that Apple shine.
They do
not care. They did because it was a smaller thing that they could manage. It got too big. And they understood, like, as long as this bitch keeps working, we do not care, because we are making all the money that we ever need to make. There's no pressure for them to do anything. They are in no trouble. We can't even get them to fucking moderate their goddamn forums.
No.
They get notes from senators every other week saying like, hey, can we do something with all the anti-Semitism? And Gabe's like, I don't know, on his fucking third 50 million foot yacht. So nobody gives a shit. It's like,
I think as a player, one, at least for now, decent way that you can filter some of this stuff down is to filter by best on deck. It doesn't totally work for like sim games and stuff that are very mouse and keyboard heavy, but for other kinds of experiences, it does filter things down, because only people that care what they're doing will make it run well on Steam Deck and give it a
they
controller.
have to submit something for approval on
They
that,
do.
right? Like
They
it has
do.
to be manually approved. Yeah.
So that's a good way to kind of get rid of a lot of the nonsense.
I
at
think
least
that's
for
great,
now.
but it's the same problem that I had with this, which is like, you have to know the tricks, right?
Yes.
That's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Something I will say that just seems like a really easy fix to me is that every game has AI disclosure, and that is not a filter.
Right.
At least on NextFest, maybe for the store, I don't know, but like I can't filter, like, do not show me stuff that uses AI.
Yeah, that would be good.
And I'm a little softer than most in terms of like, okay, fine, they used it on this one pass just to get something going. You know what I mean? But even then, I will filter it all out when presented with 3,400 things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have probably reduced it to like hundreds, not thousands.
I think that's a good pitch. I'm gonna send a message to anybody I know at Valve to talk
Do they
about
respond?
that. Sometimes they do.
Valve devs, if you're listening, this is what we want.
Valve
Yeah,
has
be
a
good.
reputation of never responding to requests for media. Like if you are somebody who has like a connection with Valve and can get them to respond to you like 30% of the time, like that's gold. Like they don't talk to people.
But the thing is, that would just be another like tips and tricks to browse the store, and you got to like watch a YouTube video as a tutorial to like browse a video game store, and like that's just not
Be nice though.
That's my problem. My problem isn't the amount of games. I get it. My problem isn't the lack of curation on Steam's part. I get it. I don't like either of these things, but I understand them as someone who's a little bit tuned in. But the fact that was the headlining top of the store experience is what I cannot get over. It's just crazy.
All right. That's time. Let's go on to our next topic. It's time to go to the question hole. This is the part of every episode where I take a question submitted to us at patreon.com/insertcredit, where for mere dollars a month, you can get access to the form that lets you submit questions. You get monthly bonus episodes. And on some higher tiers, you can get your own credits that you can redeem for gacha pulls. In fact, if you're at the $25 a month or more tier right now, you can go over to patreon.com/insertcredit and find a post where you can submit your own guys that you've been collecting over the past 6 or 7 months to compete on your behalf in an upcoming donors-only Violence Island special. So head on over to that. Link will be in the show notes, but you'll be able to find it easily as a patron of patreon.com/insertcredit.
Also, if you don't have any guys yet,
you can ask me for a guy. I'll generate you one guy.
If you get into the 25 tier
3
now.
mystery boxes, and that'll be your guy that you get out of there.
Do we have access to maybe read some examples? Because I think that would be
sure. Here's an example. Why don't one of you spend a credit right now to take a pull of the gotcha machine?
Geez. Okay, I have a lot of credits. I'll do it.
Okay, Brandon's spending a credit. Okay, here we go. You can open one of 3 boxes. You can open the mascot box, the NES box, or the alphabet box.
Wow.
What's an alphabet box? These boxes aren't my very favorites. Let's see. I'm gonna do the mascot box. Why not?
All right. You
Better
got
chance.
Turbo, the mascot of the actual sports team, the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
That's
that
yours
come
to
from?
keep.
Is that from like MLB The Show? Is that why that's there?
Yeah, he's been in sports video games.
I thought Houston Rockets was basketball.
Basketball.
Right. Yes, that is
I'm
a basketball
the one who said
mascot.
MLB The Show.
You're the one who said MLB.
I don't know sports ball.
All right. This question comes from Catherine, who says, "Happy Year of the Horse."
Thanks.
Typically associated with girls, games centered on taking care of horses tend to get the short
Girls.
shrift when compared to games about cars or war aimed at boys and men. What does a AAA horse game on the level of Forza or God of War look like?
It's Red Dead Redemption 2. It
Yeah,
exists.
we
No,
already
it's
have
not.
it. No?
No. God, it's gonna take me a minute. Go. You guys discuss because I have to find the exact.
You're talking about that horse game that everybody's
Yes.
saying like this is the one that's now it's the real horse game. Yeah, I also
Yes.
saw that and I was like, what's that called?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
remember. I'm searching on Blue Sky for a horse. That's not helpful.
On Blue Sky for a horse. Okay, so there's a fantastic video game account called the Main Quest, MANE. It's this, like,
Legend of Kimori, right?
Yeah, so Legend of Kimori is like
Save
the
some
game
for
where you're
Kimori.
spending, like, you're a horse courier in, like, the Mongolian steppe, which is like a huge, like, horse culture, like, thing. So great premise. I'm gonna play the shit out of that game. Also, Horse Girl. The Main Quest, follow that account wherever you follow your things. They do this, like, curation of, like, best horse games, and they talk about, like, oh, this horse is anatomically incorrect and all that kind of stuff. Great follow. They're making the game, yes, Legend of Kimori. It's out in early access. There's another one, Horses of Hoofprint Bay, which I think that's still a demo. I don't think that's out yet. But that's more of like your management sim where you have to, like, breed them and race them and show them and take care of them and all that stuff. Great stuff. God, I don't know if there are any games that are like the Forza, but I like the idea that we are finally, like, the horse people, the horse girlies are rising up and learning all of the coding so we can make the games for us now. And I'm really, like, excited by the idea of being, like, a male courier and, like, a bow, like a horse archer in Mongolia, like, riding across the steppe on my horse. That's, like, ideal. That's like Ashley's isekai. Like, if you were to isekai me, do that. I want to do that.
I do also think that a lot of the existing horse games that are of high quality and high budget have been for boys, like Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
And also Shadow of the Colossus is kind of a horse game. You're riding around on that guy a lot. I think, but this game seems much more like it's not just for boys. They aren't the target necessarily.
I need to clarify something. In this isekai, are you like a horsewoman of the steppes, or are you the horse?
Horsewoman of the steppes, thank you.
Okay.
I don't want to be a horse.
It's not accidentally reincarnated as a horse?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
So when
Too
I
old for
was
that
going
level.
Less interesting, but okay.
when I was going through the random Steam stuff, there were a couple standouts that I'll never see again. One of them was a game where you played as a woman who raised horses and took care of them. But it was also like a story, murder mystery kind of thing. So you, like, also, like, solved murders or a murder. I'm not sure. And
Horse murder?
Horse murders.
There's a scene in the trailer where it's like dark with the stereotypical, like, blue nighttime lighting. And there's a crime scene with, like, the yellow tape, and she's just slowly riding her horse up
That's
to the yellow
amazing.
tape.
That is awesome. Love it.
That's good.
It's just that visual is just stuck with me. It's just so good.
It's like Tina Belcher's
Yeah.
video game of choice.
Yeah.
It looked
CSI
like a
Equine
game that,
Division.
like real people
CS
made. You know,
Equus.
it was kind of in the slot, but, like, it's like someone really believed in this idea, and I don't want to make fun of the game, but that visual is just very precious. Like,
Yeah,
it is
I get-
exactly
it's beautiful.
yeah.
That's great. I mean, I think that can be funny and also very meaningful to people.
Yeah.
I think it can be both of those things, and that's fine.
Yeah. This is treading very close to, does a cab include police horses?
Yes.
Well, it's not the horse's fault, is it?
It's not the horse's fault, but yes, I've thought about this because I've had to have this discussion. Like, does ACAB include police dogs? And I'm like, yes,
It does.
Yeah, but
it
it
does
does.
include the dog. So
but
I'm not
police-
sure about the horses, but it includes
'cause
the
dogs-
dog.
Same thing, same instrument.
I don't think
same
our
instrument.
horses trained to profile the way dogs are.
They don't enforce
think
the
so.
law. They don't profile. They don't attack.
But they are
Yeah.
They're
tools.
just transport.
Does a cab include cop cars?
Right.
Yes.
But the cars are just a tool. I don't know. It's hard
Does
to say.
ACAB include cop guns?
Because, like, what
Does
if you
ACAB
if you buy a
Does ACAB
decommissioned
include?
cop car?
And if you put cop in front of it, the answer is yes,
Yeah.
guys.
All right.
Does ACAB include copper tone sunblock?
Well, no, because
Gotcha
copper
there.
tone.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Our next question comes from Catherine, who asks, Happy Year of the Horse. What would the Pink Pony Club be like as a place in a game? Who would you meet there, and what would you do there while on your quest or adventure?
What's the Pink Pony Club?
It's the place
Is that a
from
My
the
Little Pony
song.
thing?
Where you're going to keep dancing.
Yeah.
Frank,
Oh,
please.
sorry.
You know what? Are you?
No.
Am I getting
don't know.
Bubsied?
No, I don't know. I don't know what this is, honestly.
Never. Chapel Roan.
It's
Pink Pony
Chapel
Club,
Roan's
no?
second most famous song.
Oh, right. It's
I
the one
probably
lady.
heard it, and the lyrics just got deleted. So,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a place that's called the Pink Pony Club,
Yeah.
and people dance. What else do we know from the lyrics, Jeffy? I know you have these.
Yes. I have the lyrics in front of me. It's in West Hollywood.
Right.
It's where
Gay?
lovers are in the bathroom and a line outside the door. Black lights and a mirror disco ball. Every night's another reason why I left it all.
Okay, I got the vibe. So what's the question now? Like, what is this in a
if
video
you went
game?
to the Pink Pony Club in a video game, like what kind of quests would you pick up there? What would be the vibe?
Okay. There would have to be something where you have to speak to someone who's in the bathroom and you have to figure out how to get past the line.
You got to play like Gwent or something with the bouncer to get in.
Yeah, there's someone you have to speak to who is dancing and will not stop.
Yeah.
And so you have to do a mini game dancing next to them while asking questions.
I got it. There's a stealth game in there because your ex is in the bar and you need to avoid them seeing you.
That's fair. I've had dreams like that.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those, it's like a quest chain now, right? So like you dance with, you get the person to stop dancing.
So it's a dungeon. This is a dungeon with a whole series of things. Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes you're blocked from progress by the bathroom line. That's like a wall. I forget some of the other lyrics. I'm just gonna let the boys
play it straight. I like this.
Yeah.
Because I have a very different idea. Like the only idea that I have for the Pink Pony Club is that Pink Pony Club means something else, and like on Pink Pony Club nights they like lock the door and force everybody into like a gigantic battle royale. Like that's the only idea. Like, it's Pink Pony night. Lock the doors. Here's bats, everyone.
This is sounding a little like the horses kind of Pink Pony Club.
I didn't know. No, I didn't want that.
I was gonna say you're taking a different approach, and that like we're trying to interpret the lyrics, but you're taking the name. But there's not. I actually think that you are adhering to the lyrics because there's a line in there about like not wanting to go back.
Yeah.
Right? So I think the battle royale happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's scarred from the last time it was Pink.
Well, that would just be. I guess that would be at the end after all the stuff that we. Like all the quests, the end is a big brawl.
Like, it's one of those like bait and switch where you think it's like this really like low key human drama thing, and then all of a sudden there's blood everywhere. I like that.
Indoor close quarter horse polo.
I know it smells crazy in there.
There's not actual horses,
which is kind of upsetting.
Yeah,
I would like there to be real horses.
I was promised a pink pony.
I'm sure I've told the story on this show about the Las Vegas strip club Crazy Horse 2 TOO. Have I not told the story?
You have, but go ahead again.
I don't remember.
For Ash's sake. So
thank you.
I grew up in Las Vegas. There's strip clubs in Vegas. One of them was called Crazy Horse 2 TOO.
Okay.
And I was a kid, but I understood what a strip club was. That's where the ladies take their clothes off. But I took the name Crazy Horse 2 literally. And I imagined that there's ladies taking their clothes off, and also there's a crazy horse.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All and this and a crazy horse too.
As a child, it makes sense. Yeah. I just imagined a horse like in a cage that was just like getting wild.
And I think I have responded to you talking about the very first time I went to Vegas and my misunderstanding being like, wow. There's adult arcades?
Yeah.
What kind of games are in there?
Yeah. I had that too. I was like, I think that started my fascination with like honestly, I think that's what started my fascination with digging into like the crates of video games and finding weird stuff is like, I thought there was an entire industry that the magazines weren't talking about.
Yeah.
Where like they were like naked ladies in Street Fighter, you know?
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Adult arcades are just like all games where you're like a dad protecting their daughter. It's all like God of War and The Last of Us.
The world that we imagined, Frank, was much better than the actual world, I think.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
I just like the idea that the existence of Crazy Horse 2 confirms that strip clubs are franchises because we have crazy horses out here. And just the idea of strip club franchising is just insane to me. I'm sorry. I didn't grow up on the West Coast. Maybe that's more prevalent there. Like, but no, strip clubs are just like bars. They're
Plus,
just
plus you
one-off
get
bars.
You get a little colonialism in there. We take all your land, and then we use one of your
like
leaders'
shining
names.
examples of your people and put them on a. Wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Yeah,
fucked up.
Well, I
Put 'em
I
on-
don't know who owns Crazy Horse 2. It might be owned by it might be run by a native person. No?
You know what? I'm gonna guess no. It's possible. It's possible. But
Stranger
well-
things have happened.
Sure, Jaffe. Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
It could
That's
be.
right.
That's that better
All right.
world we're
Anything's
imagining right now.
Well,
Anything's
it's time to go on to our lightning round. This lightning round was guest submitted by Catherine, who says, "Happy Year of the Horse." For this, we're going
I
to
like you,
recommend a
Catherine.
game for each of the main six, which is the colloquial term for the main characters of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. In case you
Okay.
don't know them, their names have been listed alongside their basic personality traits.
Okay.
Our first recommendation is for Twilight Sparkle. Catherine tells us that Twilight Sparkle is the bookworm. I know from watching the first half of season 1 that she's kind of the main character. She provides the narration voice, kind of the straight man to everybody else's antics.
So we're recommending video games
Yes.
for Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah, she's studying to be like a horse witch.
Bayonetta.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
I was thinking
yeah.
Because of
more
which-
like teen girl stuff, like
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
Well, yeah, okay. I was thinking the ride a horse, solve a murder kind
Yeah.
of game, or like a Nancy Drew kind of game, but maybe I'm typecasting.
All
I
the
don't
girls say, "Ride horse, solve a murder."
Is that something?
Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, got it. Yeah. Well, bookworm style. I feel like a visual novel would be cool. So I want to recommend Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney is what I'm gonna go for.
Makes
That's
you
my
like
vote.
his attorney.
Yeah, probably.
Ash?
Okay, that's fine. No, I said Bayonetta.
You did say
sticks.
Bayonetta, that's correct.
Mhm.
Our next horse is Fluttershy. She's the very reserved one. She loves nature.
Heard of that?
She is Stardew Valley. Let's play her straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, but she does the mods where you can like marry everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Next we have Rarity. Rarity is the posh one. She's very into fashion. She's
Spice
the
World.
unicorn.
Spice World.
Because I said posh. Okay.
Because you said posh. No, how about oh god, what's it called? The fashion designer one that's on the 3DS and the DS and is good and is made by
The Kim Kardashian one?
No, I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know what you're talking about, actually.
Style
but,
savvy.
Style savvy.
Thank you, Esper.
Thank you,
Yes.
Esper. Style savvy.
She
I'm
doesn't
gonna-
buy games. She actually plays every demo that has a character creator. Just
I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
say,
good.
like
Sure.
the games that I would recommend for her would honestly be the most recent Pokemon Legends ZA, where you can do all that like character customization stuff. Like I think that would be right for her. Like
anyone
anything-
can get into Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that high level of like character customization and style and whatever. I think that I'm not familiar with games that are only about that. So anything that I would recommend for her would have to have like that kind of customization as a side thing, or like a side thing that also can have the potential to become the main thing. So Pokemon ZA and Final Fantasy 14.
Pokemon's
Ooh, I like that.
Wow. Okay.
Final Fantasy 14 is a good pull. Our next horse is Applejack. Applejack, she's the farm girl. She harvests apples. She's kind of the folksy one. She wears a cowgirl hat.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, that's the horse game for her. That's the AAA horse game for her.
I don't know. It seems too like masculine and I don't know. That's not the vibe I'm feeling from like a farm girl.
Yeah, she
I don't
might
want to
be
like
Stardew
give
Valley.
her animal like more farm stuff to do.
Yeah, you don't-
Yeah, I gotta
that's
say,
true.
all the farm people I know want to escape that are
That's
all
true.
the
Exactly.
young farm people.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be something like super aggro.
Super aggro.
And
Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption still works as far as you're not on a farm in
it's
that
too-
game.
Fair.
It's too
That's fair.
it's too folksy though. I feel like she'd want to do like Yakuza 0 or something in the big city.
Yeah.
That's
I like
that's
that.
just
just
me,
Grand Theft
though.
Auto, whatever Grand
Yeah,
Theft
Yeah,
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
No, she drove to like the nearest Target, which was 4 towns away, and they still had like a PlayStation 2 copy of Vice City.
Yeah,
I like that,
Years
actually.
ago.
That's
And
good.
what she's still playing.
Yeah.
Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is the sporty one. She likes to race. She's kind of
Spice World.
ADHD coded.
Spice World. Street Fighter. Street Fighter.
Thank you. Thank
Absolutely
you, Fred.
Street Fighter.
Oh yeah,
Street Fighter, yeah.
No, probably Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear.
Oh, I like that.
Guilty Gear, easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guilty Gear.
Yep.
And our last one is Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is the one they write all the jokes for. She's the funny one.
Oh, funny one. Gonna play something like super goth and emo because
That's what I
inside
think, too.
she's actually
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
She
Pagliacci
plays
Pagliacci
that.
syndrome.
walking simulators.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Plays
no.
Nier Automata.
Yeah, Dear
No,
Esther.
like this girl
Yeah.
plays like Corpse Party.
Mm.
Oh,
Maybe.
she's way down
Yeah.
in there.
This is
Okay.
Yume Nikki shit.
Corpse
Yeah.
Party. Corpse Party actually made me a little ill a couple times while I was playing it.
Yeah.
It actually got, I watch horror movies all the time, but something about that one, it really just like
All right.
gets in there.
And that's our 6. That is the episode. I am giving Ash the credit this week because I think she did the best in the lightning round, and she
Nice.
had the best cookies bustle theory. So,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
yeah, that credit goes to Ash Parrish.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Ash, did you want to spend your credits to make us all play this game that no one was allowed to play until recently?
You know what? I think in celebration of freeing Cookies Bustle
yeah.
from jail,
Yeah.
we should do that.
Nice.
I think
Nice.
we should
All
do
right.
that.
Free the bustle.
I'm in.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay.
This is
gonna be fun.
Yeah, I am going to put the clock at, we're recording this on March 5th. I'm going to say, you know what? Mid-April is when we all have to play this game by.
Tax day.
Okay. Yeah, right after taxes. We have to finish Cookies Bustle. Okay.
That works.
Does anyone
like
have
that.
anything they'd like to recommend in the short term?
Yes, I do. So, a few things. I'll start. I'll go from the least to the most interesting. First of all, I watched the first 3 Kekko Kamen movies, so you don't have to. Kekko Kamen is, or sometimes translated as Minimal Mask, it was a manga by Gonagai about a superhero lady who has a mask and nothing else. She also has a cape, but she's just like otherwise naked. And she saves schoolgirls from uncertain fate. They made a bunch of movies about this. They're all bad, but the second one is funny. So if for some reason someone is like, you should watch those Kekko Kamen movies, first of all, you shouldn't because they're not very good. They're all like shot on video, very low budget. But the second one, pretty funny. Also, Gonagai himself makes an actual appearance in it, which is kind of funny. But those movies are trash. Next, there's a nearly lost movie called Riverbend, which has a Kickstarter right now. I just found out about it like 2 hours ago. It is a movie about 3 Black Vietnam vets who come back to a small town and find it to be lorded over by a white sheriff who is causing problems for everybody. And so they all take care of that particular business. This movie, it was only available basically on VHS. There was never like a wide screen print that anyone could watch, but the original director still had a copy, and so they are scanning that in 6K. I don't really even know what 6K is, but
Made
so
up.
as many Ks as you can get.
2 of those Ks are fabricated.
It's a rare starring role for Steve James, who's a good actor. You may know him from American Ninja. The director did American Ninja and Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's going on for a little while longer. It's just cool, like American genre film that is getting a nice resurgence. So check it out.
All right.
So Riverbend, it's called. Lastly, I watched a movie that you should watch. It is called The Caller from 1987. This movie is a movie that you should watch without knowing anything about it.
Is it Caller OLLA or ALLE?
ALLER.
All right.
Yeah, one who calls. So the things I will say to entice you to view it are, it's a thriller. It's very mysterious. They tried some things, and Malcolm McDowell features heavily in 1987. So there's some good. Oh, also the writer was the creator of the Equalizer TV series and thus movies. Check it out. I watched it and I thought it was real neat, and I will watch it again.
Wow.
Verdict, watch it.
And and believe it or not, I'm finally recommending a movie that you can see on streaming right now. Unfortunately, it's like a pretty grody version, but it's on Amazon Prime if you have that.
A friend
garbage.
who has that.
Yeah. If you know someone who
if
has
your mom
that.
has Amazon Prime, you can watch it.
But there was also a Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, so if you know how to sail the seas, you might be able to find a better version of it than the one I watched. Anywho, check that movie out because it was neat. The end.
Who's next?
I don't have anything this week.
Ash?
The only recommendations that I'm going to give is once again, go touch grass, move your body, because we need that, and to have a hobby that is not internet based, that has you outside. I am always into like astronomy and stargazing stuff, so I finally bought some binoculars to look at. I wanted to see the moon, my girlfriend, but there was a big on the eclipse night, but it was raining here, so I couldn't see her. So I'm very mad.
I thought you were going to get a telescope or something.
I will, but I'm going to start. The telescope I want is like, hundreds of dollars that I don't have because I don't have a job. So I spent $100 on some binoculars so I could look at the stuff, because you can see actually, believe it or not, more than you think with just a good pair of like astronomy binoculars.
Yeah,
and I have
technology has improved.
It very much so. And I have a little app that can show me all the constellations, which I think is neat. Like, you don't need a bunch of like equipment to just do that. Just like get your phone, download like a stargazing app, and just like walk outside and just like look up and just like, oh, that's the Leo constellation, and oh, that kind of like all that stuff. Like that's just cool. That was enough for like for me. So I'm really excited to finally have another clear day to go outside and start doing some astrophotography. So I can get a little thing that I could slot on my my binoculars that I can use to like take pictures and all that kind of stuff. And I'm watching YouTube tutorials about how to do camera stuff so I can take good, clear pictures of the night sky. So yeah, get a hobby, something that makes you move and isn't something that you do while sitting down looking at a computer, because you need to be out of the house and not online right now.
Yeah. To that point, I'm going to say our listener base is not getting much younger. So if you're like me, then you might at some point maybe twist a part of your body weird. Don't ignore that. Go to physical therapy. It really actually works, and do the things they tell you to do. And it's really going to be frustrating how you can't instantly fix it, but it is worth doing to get normalcy back. Motion is lotion. Move the parts of your body in a way that experts tell you to move it.
Another just a little point to add on that, in case you have the type of wrong brain that I have. Do the number that they say.
Yes.
Don't be like, I could do twice that many.
No, don't overdo it.
Because that doesn't do the thing that you think it will.
It's not like if you do twice as much, you can recover twice as. No, that's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
You also have to recover,
but it isn't.
Yeah, if there was a faster way to do it, they would tell you. They know.
Doctors won't tell you.
Yeah,
that's not true. Exactly,
they're not hiding anything from you. I'm also going to recommend that you recommend this show to just people that you know. If you had a good time with it, and you know someone else who might have a good time with it, you could also
go outside with your binoculars, whoever you meet,
and tell them,
for somebody.
You'd like this podcast where they talk about Cookies Bustle.
By the way, if you have binoculars, you can do stars and birds. I just want to add that. You can look at birds.
I think mine is too big for birds. It's so zoomed in.
You can look at squirrels.
You could also recommend this show online. Leave a review like Wen Monster, who called this a great show that has only gotten better. Thank you, Wen Monster.
Thanks.
You could support us directly on patreon.com/insert credit. You could sponsor an episode with an advertisement or personal message by emailing me at show@insertcredit.com. You could also join our community at forums.insertcredit.com or find us on youtube.com/insertcreditshow. Look for Ash wherever she's posting. She's got a muckrack page or something. She's all over the place. She's unstoppable. You could still buy Demon School and it's still really good. And go ahead and check out the Video Game History Foundation. They freed Cookies Bustle. They're doing great work over there.
During Women's History Month. That's an ally right there.
Yeah. This episode was edited by Esper Quinn and is sponsored by Kyle Brown and Only Ghosts and Corey and Alexander Davies and Will Rohr and Jordan Thornquist and Death Strandicoot and Sean Patrick and Plasma Goose and a bunch of other cool people. With music by Kurt Feldman. I'm Alex Jaffe.
I'm Frank Cifaldi.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And happy Year of the Horse.
Year o' the Horse. Did you all see
Year of
that?
the Horse.
Did you all see that BBC subtitle error that happened the last time Year of the Horse came around?
No.
It was just
Was it Year of the Horse?
It was Year of the Horse. Yeah.
Yeah. It's their time.
What a year.